All right, greetings. Dr. Coe here, Darren. This is something I have never done. I am officially declaring that I am on the road to trying to lose 100 pounds. Yes. What does that mean? It means I'm really tired of being a heavyweight. I've lived far too long as a heavyweight, and I pretty much hate being fat. So there's going to be starts, stops, there's going to be a lot of successes, and I don't know how long it's going to take. But I'm a little pissed off. So here we go. Today's leg day. Fun times. Now I have a lot of people who, I'm going to empty my bag here while I'm talking. I have a lot of people who keep me accountable. Well, not a lot. I have 2 friends, and I have my wife. She's the important one, who generally hold me accountable. Headphones. And who make sure I'm not going crazy and doing stupid stuff. And I have to have that because I have high blood pressure. Mouthpiece. Required for good lifting. Get one. All right. So, I don't know how much I'm going to actually show you about this whole journey. This is more of an accountability thing. I'm just declaring it today, officially. I've never said it out loud or public. I always come on, so I'm like once a year, I'll declare I'm doing a cut. But I never say what my goal is. Just I want to cut weight. It's time to throw it out there and just say, at 55, I need to lose a lot of weight. I know, don't lose it super fast. I'm not planning on it, but I am planning working at losing it as fast as safe. All right, here we go. Woohoo! So, straight leg deads are pretty much the only thing I really like for training my hammies at this point. We've got a hamstring machine here at the gym. I'm not quite, I don't know, it doesn't feel quite comfortable to me yet, so this is what I'm doing for hammies. Woo! Tons of fun. All right, homies. Next thing we're doing is leg extensions. I like leg extensions, but frankly, I don't do them very often because I'm generally used to doing strongman. But you want to build quads, there's nothing better than leg extensions, to be honest. One of the things that I really struggle with when it comes to lifting is I've really enjoyed over the last 5 years doing strongman lifting. But as soon as I start strongman training, I eat. You need to eat more than general because you have to power that CNS. And I don't know. Switching over to sort of more of a hybrid kind of training where I'm doing higher reps, less weight, smaller rest times, those kinds of things, has just worried me because I'm not a guy who wants to lose his physique. I don't want to lose my strength. I'm 55 years old and I'm pretty proud of some of the lifts that I've been able to achieve. I set a goal in 2020 to lift 500 pounds on the deadlift, and I got it in 2024. And, I've pressed 200 pounds above my head, and I squatted 465. And I'm really worried about losing that strength, but the bottom line is losing the weight is much more important right now. And I can always go back to strongman when I'm in better physical fitness. So I'm kind of doing this weird hybrid thing where I'm more volume, lower weight, but not so much lower weight that I'm just bored. Because that's kind of what happens when I do more hypertrophy, fitness kind of lifting, is I get bored. Set after set after set. So anyway, that's the problem. But I had to get my mind wrapped around, you can only do strongman in sort of prep kind of circumstances, maybe 3 months. Can you lift like that? And if you have if you've reached a certain level of strength, you're really not going to lose it. You get into that heavy lifting phase, that strongman phase, and the strength comes back really fast. So I just had to come to grips with cutting calories, changing how I lift, doing a lot more activity, steps, cardio, that kind of stuff. And honestly, that's the direction strongman is going anyway, is the much more athletic kind of lifter. And I'm just a freaking master's age amateur strongman, but I still love it and want to be good at it. So that's one of my concerns. I want to be as strong as I look, and I'm a big guy, and I want to be as strong as I look for 55 years old. Anyway, we're going to do probably 3 more sets of these, and then moving on to something else. I don't know what it is. I'll have to check my programming. So if you're worried about losing strength, don't. You can make the switch to different styles of lifting and always come back and regain that strength quickly, very quickly, once you have it established, unless you just totally give up. So essentially, I'd like to at some point lift strongman as a middleweight instead of as basically a heavyweight. All right. Peace. All right, folks. We're moving on. Extensions felt really good, and now we're moving on to belt squats. Let me tell you something. This belt squat, this baby's painful. This is an amazing piece of machinery, and you don't have to put much weight on it before it starts to hurt. It's not made to feel good. Not like some of them where you could put on 6, 7 plates. Not this one. So this will be fun. Screwed that one up. I gotta readjust the height. These are fun, baby. All right, kiddos. That was fun. Now we're up for hack squats. Typically, I'm a you gotta squat kind of guy. I was taught growing up, if you want to build your legs, you gotta squat. My body's pretty beat up. So I've stopped doing squats proper, and I'm pretty happy just getting in some squat movements. I'm not a power lifter, and we rarely do squats for competition in strongman. So that's why I'm doing more things like belt squats and hack squats and leg press. So, you don't need to do squats to build up big legs. I do believe that squats are the best for building up big strength, though, and they're one of the best overall body strength exercises for just overall body strength. That and deadlifts. And honestly, I'm trying to decide whether I want to do deadlifts for a while. I've taken about a month off from them. I sort of miss them, but sort of don't. Ooh, just a little bit more rest here, and then we're going to hit this. Speaking of rest periods, if y'all want to know what an old fart does for rest periods, I take a strict 2-minute, 30-second rest period in between sets, and I just catch my breath between exercises. So I'm doing 4 to 5 sets, sometimes 6, 2.5-minute rest period, unless it's something that's just not wearing me out, and then I drop it down to about 90 seconds. Whew. Those belt squats wore me out though. So I'm taking a little extra time until I do hack squats, try and get my breath back a little bit. Because hack squats wear me out. I don't know if it's the angle or I don't know what it is, but it's just a exercise, man, I've never been good at. But it builds quads really nicely. And I always feel it right in my quads. So I guess you do them. So what I'm trying to do, how I'm going to lose weight, is I'm going to lose fat. That's my goal, lose fat. Either maintain muscle I have or maybe build a little bit. We'll see. My calories, whew, I was eating easily 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day. And now I've cut them down to 2,300 a day. And that was kind of a shock to the system at first. But now I'm getting used to it. Hunger's not terrible. I'm taking yohimbine, which is working nicely. And I got to tell you, just from jump, that I am on doctor-prescribed testosterone at really a sublifting dose. It's a maintenance dose, 100 milligrams a week, or half a mil a week. So it's really nothing. And that's kind of it. I don't take anything else. Shout out to Will Tennyson for the hint on, or for the suggestion of taking yohimbine for pre-workout. Plus I'm taking, just for breathing purposes, to open up my lungs, get some endurance up, is I am taking beta-alanine and arginine. They don't really do a lot that I can tell, but I'll go through this supply and see where I'm at. Whew. All right, are we ready? Tell me what you think of hack squats. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Would you rather do something else? All right, kiddos, we're done. Wow. Hack squats kind of killed me. I think I got less sleep than I thought I did. Let me leave you with that. Sleep is the #1 pre-workout. I guarantee it. At my age, I could tell you. It's when you really need it. You might be young, you think you can recover, beat your body up going to the gym 16 days a week. You gotta sleep, otherwise you're missing out. I want to give a shout out to my boy Trevor Burston, my friend Ulyss Payne, whose gym I'm using, Up Strength Training Facility. If you ever get a chance to come to Hudson, Wisconsin, come to Up and see if you can get a workout in. Just look Ulyss up on Instagram, Ulyss Payne, Payne. Oh man, that was a good training session. I try and keep it between an hour and an hour and a half. I've got about an hour and 10 minutes. All right, babes. Everybody be strong, be good, and encourage other people.